Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, October 10th, 2018. And as we can see, we have a created storm in the panhandle of Florida. And our direction today is to deactivate it as much as we possibly can. It doesn't matter as it comes in. We will meditate on the fact of taking away its steam so its damage isn't as torrential as they wanted it to be. So you picture, hopefully some of you have seen the picture of this storm and understand that a lot of these storms are manufactured and they're guided. They're literally guided into areas. When you think about a storm that literally takes a track from South Africa and it literally follows directly up in between land masses and then up into the corner in the panhandle, up into the Gulf of Mexico, where the panhandle of Florida is. It's just, that does not happen. If you check the history books, very rarely does that occur. And since they've been controlling the weather since the 50s, it's highly suspicious that this storm, so late in the season is building up such energy, and the wind shear is perfect, and the low pressure is perfect, and it has a pathway guided like a freeway to get to its destination of destruction. So what we want to do is we desire and want to diffuse it through our heart, mind, and our mind's mind, to concentrate through Prime Source Creator God, to literally diffuse it, and diffuse it with eternal love, and cooling the air masses around it, underneath it, inside of it, and pulling down the wind shear, the actual winds, sustained winds, and the massive amounts of water, in which we all know water is pretty much the most damaging to homes and land and areas. We are in a transition process, and we really must stay focused and balanced and not allow outside interferences to cause us distress, irritation. It's always, anything can rise up, anything can appear to catch us off guard, to cause us to become flustered, irritated, angry. And these feelings are, if we don't contain them in a fluid way, they get the best of us and cause us to lose sight of the fact of what we're here to do, where we are going. So obviously there's times that we can't always be prudent to identify some of these. They sneak in at times and cause us to become irritated. And before you know it, it's a cascading event, because once it comes in and you start getting flustered, irritated, it affects everything. It affects the wave of your energy. It just literally infiltrates and affects everything. And then your thinking and your feelings usually are affected into a negative direction. You start attracting other negative things. And it's like where you get ambushed, you don't realize it. And so these things come in. And it is always mindful to be happening. And it's a full-time job to do that. But in maintaining a peace, a balance, a happiness, a joy, no matter what's happening on the outside, we have such division on the planet, and I see it all the time. It's a lot of division with humanity, and see, we are compiled and brought together to assist humanity in elevating their vibrational frequency. And through these meditations, as we expand and grow, we will begin to make more and more and more of an effect on all inhabitants of the planet. When we understand that there are situations that rise on occasion, and we maintain a simple meditation. And I've received all kinds of letters, emails from people from all over the world that are into deep transcendental meditation, yogi meditation, other forms of meditation, and how theirs is always the most correct, how theirs is always the most powerful, the most introspective, the deepest, the most accomplishing. And I've been around all the meditations, and the whole point of this meditation is to create a simple meditation for all of humanity to join in. And as they become acclimated to meditation and they get in the habit of it, it transforms them, because a collective effort to change the vibrational frequency of humanity to an upward thrust is important. And it's hard to do that when you have, and I know there's a lot of people on this call that have been meditating in different forms and ways for 30, 40 years. And they understand also that the simple application of coming together and doing a guided path meditation is easy for many who would never touch meditation. That's how we've been able to grow, because mostly it's because people wouldn't touch meditation because they feel it's too involved and too constraining, and you have to be educated, and you have to go here, and you have to listen to this guru, and you have to take instruction here, and you've got to know the whole vernacular of the meditation. And you get to a point where it's just, this is ridiculous. I've got to master this, and I've got to spend hours and hours, and it's we have a certain amount of time for this meditation every day, and we try to keep it as simple as possible, and we're going to continue to keep it as simple as possible, because then we're talking, then we get into the same old of 2-3 hours of meditation, and that's just not feasible. We're doing the best possible application for the most possible effect and the most simplest way. So, if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure you already are at, and relax. Relax your body. Let things just float off. And as you let these things float away, you become more and more peaceful, composed, balanced, alleviating stress, just letting it all fall off and just relax. And as you do that, as I talk, you want to breathe. You want to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And as you breathe, you want to hold it as you breathe in 1001, 1002, 1003, and then exhale through the mouth. And you want to do this 3 to 6 times. And as you're breathing in divine positive energy. And the divine positive energy is filled with knowing. It's filled with awareness. It's filled with compassion. It's filled with a deep peace, a calmness. It's filled with eternal love, eternal prosperity, eternal happiness, eternal joy, eternal bliss. All these things that we are. And as we breathe in, we can feel the surge of complete contentment, complete happiness, complete. We have eternal love. We are eternal love. And as you exhale, you're exhaling all the things that you have talked with your higher self about, and you looked at them that serve no purpose. Anything that comes in that if you cannot look at it, if you aren't able to look at it from the standpoint of being helpful for you, that's assisting you in a good way, and you're able to evaluate it, and then you thank it for giving you that heads up of information that it brought to you. If it creates a disturbance, or if it creates an anger, or an irritation, or a stress factor, and you look at it and it's not serving you really any purpose other than bringing you down, then you let it go. You embrace it, you give it eternal love, and let it go. So identifying these things, that's part of you being clear and knowing of who you are and your higher self. So as we do this, we go in through the heart center, the heart mind. And as we enter the heart mind, we go deep as we can. As we're going deeper and deeper and deeper, we are feeling this great eternal peace, this great eternal love and happiness, and all around us, swirling above us and around us, basically encapsulating us, are the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God, eternal love. Archangel Raphael's emerald green healing flaming light, the purple transmuting flame, and the violet ray. All joining and mixing in this beautiful array of colors and light and energy that is saturating us, fulfilling us, uplifting us to a very, very high level. And as we do this, we look over and we see our higher self, and immediately are drawn and join with our higher self. We're all in communication with our higher selves. And any higher selves that we have permission to interact with, of eternal love, from eternal love. And as we do this, hand in hand, arm in arm, we join and form a perfect circle. And we begin to rise, to float up, to elevate. And we keep floating up and floating up above the planet. And as we do this, we do call upon all of the light beings, light spirits from this galaxy, from all galaxies and all universes. We call upon them of eternal love, from eternal love, to join us in this meditation. And as they come in massive amounts, the circle begins to brighten more and more and more. And we call upon the archangels, the cherubim, and the seraphim, and all angels of eternal love and from eternal love to join us in this meditation. We call upon the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Sananda, El Morya, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Saint Germain. We call upon all the Ascended Masters to join us in this meditation of eternal love and from eternal love. We call upon Inner Earth and Hollow Earth of eternal love from eternal love to join us in this meditation. We call upon all the benevolent galactics of eternal love from eternal love to join us in this meditation. We call upon the fairies and the sprites to join us in this meditation. We call upon all of our loved ones who have passed on to the etherics, either in this life or all lives, who are of eternal love from eternal love to join us in this meditation. You can feel them coming in. And we become brighter than 1,000 suns. Our meditative sphere is above us, holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion, encased in the same protective sphere that we're encased in, containing golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God's eternal love, the Archangel Raphael's healing emerald green flaming healing light, purple transmuting flame, and the violet ray. The only thing that can penetrate this protective field is eternal love, is Father, Mother, Prime Source, Creator God. We're all protected. We're all floating above. And we feel the rain come down on our heads, warm, saturating from head to toe, filling us with peace, happiness, joy, and bliss, and strength, and divine energy. And as we look down on this disturbance in the panhandle of Florida, we view it, and from our height, it seems small, almost like we could put it in the palm of our hands. And so as we see it, and we know that there are brothers and sisters who are being disrupted by it, we then send a crystalline light tower to the center of this disturbance, of this storm. We watch it as it goes in, and it begins to spin in an opposite direction of the storm. We see this happening. And as it's spinning in the opposite direction of the storm, it is, and we watch as it lays out arcs of pure, divine, eternal love energy, reaching out as if the branches of a tree, literally touching the edge of the cloud system encompassing this storm. And as we see that, watch it as it folds it folds the storm in on itself. It folds it. And the cloud and the disturbance and its energy and its core are being subdued. We're lowering its ability to flood, to cause ocean waters and storm surges. We're taking its ability to create destruction and tempering it. And this has been installed and shall stay until the storm is completely dispersed. So this isn't a temporary assertion in meditation. It's permanent, and it will not disappear until the storm is dissipated and then becomes nothing but showers, rain showers. We see the disturbance on the shorelines, we see the winds, and we care not to have those winds or those destructive energies. So we literally put up a wall, energized wall from Prime Source Creator God, that any storm surges are diffused by this wall. And the wall is eternal love. And eternal love is the most powerful energy that exists, that is. We watch it as it diffuses, and we watch it as it calms and dissipates. Even now, the storm has passed through towers, electrified towers that we've installed, and it understand that those reporting this storm are not being truthful. So, and as the storm comes in, now understand also that we are aware that by imprinting on minds of humans, by causing them to become very fearful, stressed, and frightened, feeds the storm. Feeds the storm. So, in our direction, we are limiting its ability to destroy. Limiting its ability to destroy. And we are like these vibrant, powerful energies that are never exhausted, that are always expanded, and always rising, elevating, floating up. Our vibrational frequencies, the higher we are, the more we can affect change. So when we look at this disturbance, it is a disturbance that we are dissipating. Its energies are destructive, therefore we do not and will not allow it to destroy and harm endlessly. The last thing we do is that we encase it we encase it in a shielding as if it's been put into a deep freeze. So this energy creates frigid air on top of everything else that we are implementing. And the frigid air in the atmosphere begins to discharge, degenerate the power of this disturbance, this storm, there in the Florida Panhandle. We send deep eternal love to every inhabitant of that area, their homes, their belongings, and encase them in pure eternal love, and uplift them, and communicate with their higher selves to assist them and to calm them during this disturbance. And that's what it is. It's a disturbance. It's an energy that can be dissipated. All energies can be redirected and can be dispersed into the plasma field. So, I'll join you in the meditation. I'll be back to close us out. energy will continue to expand and continue to diffuse the energies of this disturbance. And we'll carry it through the day, into the evening, night, and then tomorrow morning, and it will continue to destabilize and detune and diffuse the destructive forces and energies in this disturbance, this storm. We will have a call, a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line, and that's Eastern Standard Time at 9 p.m. And we will have the inventor of the MedBed, Tobias, on. We will be discussing technologies. We will be discussing different applications and covering the current status of the planet. We will go into the planetary balance. We will discuss the most current status of planet Earth, and the things that are being done as far as the negative energies into positive experience. And, I will share this with all of you, that you are going to be continually seduced to try to get you off center and irritated and disturbed. And it is kind of like you use the canoe in the river, is that we have the faith in ourselves and the confidence in ourselves, not what's going on around us. As soon as we step outside of ourselves, we're like just literally sucked into this vortex of irritation, anger, aggression, stress, exasperation, frustration. And these things are pretty normal that we've all experienced off and on through our existence here on the planet. But since we're clear, we know what's going on, so we are not going to allow ourselves to be seduced back into the muck and the goop. So through Prime Source Creator God, Father, Mother, send to each and every one of you, all those in this disturbance in the panhandle of Florida of Hurricane Michael, to make it a tropical depression. And we send deep, eternal love to all of you, caring and peace, tranquility, calmness, bliss and joy, extremely high amounts of wealth, riches, and prosperity, extremely high amounts of contentment, confidence without the ego, and an extremely high amount of knowing, caring, sharing, giving,